Thank you for coming and meeting with me today. I just wanted to talk to you about Caleb. And Caleb is an awesome student to have in the class. He brings so much into the class, and I have been lucky enough to have the chance over the past few weeks to work with Caleb, and it has been a lot of fun. He always turns in awesome work. He overachieves at everything, and he's just such a positive attitude in the classroom. It's really cool having him in the classroom.
Good, I'm glad to hear that.
So, over the past few weeks, I have been able to assess Caleb's phonemic awareness, his phonics, vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension. And phonemic awareness is the segmentation of the sound in a word, and that's like when you say bat, it's breaking down the word into its different sounds. Phonics is the relationship between the word and a sound. Vocabulary is understanding the word, and then fluency is the ability to read correctly at an appropriate pace and also comprehend what is being read. And then lastly, comprehension is making meaning to what you read. So when I was doing the assessment, I was lucky enough, I saw several areas of growth for Caleb, and the couple areas of growth that I saw was he was really strong in his phonics, so he really understood the relationship between the word and the sound, and he was really good at phonemic awareness, where he was able to break down the words very successfully.
That's my Caleb.
And then he also did really well with comprehension, where he really could understand what he was reading and make meaning with what he was reading. So the reason that we kind of assess all this and just want to understand that all three areas are in the strength is because being able to break down the words and just having all those strengths in those areas really helps with Caleb's reading. And it's just a really big aspect of making sure he's a successful reader now until he, throughout his whole school career and after as well. And so just some things that I've been doing to kind of help enrich him is doing read alouds, which is where when I'm reading aloud with a student and then they're actually able to also read back to me, that helps a lot with the student. For phonics, one thing that I did that was really effective that I continue on doing is just giving him lots of opportunities to read aloud and to have the ability to understand the word and the sound. And then for comprehension, I used flip-it questioning, which is where you read the book in a sentence and make it into a question. So an example of that is Susie jumped over the river. So what did Susie do? Susie jumped. The answer is within blank red.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So then for the three areas of growth, he really struggled with vocabulary. He, unfortunately, when you tell him a word, he understands what the word is, but he doesn't give a definition. For example, I'll tell you fence, and he'll be like, oh, that's something around the house. Or, or like ladder. Oh, that's something you climb. It's not really a definition, it's just a sentence. Or home, I went home. And then for fluency, he also seemed to struggle a lot where he had difficulties reading at an appropriate pace. He added a lot of words in, he seemed to really struggle with that. And those two are really important when you're reading as well, because they play in with understanding the reading well and really fully comprehending what is being read and really understanding what a story is trying to tell you. And so just some things that I plan to do at school to help him is for vocabulary, I was thinking of giving him 10 new words every week and having a quiz at the end of the week and having him create vocabulary cards where he would put the definition and a picture with the definition on one side and the word on the other, and he would be responsible for those 10 words each week, and at the end of the week get a quiz to make sure that he's really understanding the vocabulary words. And then for fluency, just modeling what fluent reading looks like to Caleb and just to the whole class and doing a lot more read alouds with them. And then just some things that you could do at home was just helping him define things, just like simple things around the house, maybe putting like sticky notes on like what a refrigerator is, or this is a door, and like defining a door, defining doorknob, just little things like you can put all over the house. Or just like when you're out with him, like out at a restaurant, like and you see a word on the menu, oh Caleb, why don't you define that for me? Just little things you can do like that. And then for fluency, I was thinking just keep reading with him, do multiple readings, repeated readings. So maybe if you read to him at home or if he reads for himself, just constantly reading the same book over and over. So I just wanted to ask you a few questions. So do you read to Caleb at home?
I mean, when I can. I'm a single mother, so it's really hard. I mean, I'm just always at work, and then we get home, just gotta do the homework part, and then send him off to bed and everything. So I try.
I understand. It's really hard to, handle a kid and still read to him. So does he read it all by himself at all, or does he read to you at all?
Oh, he likes to read by himself, usually about every night, but, when I'm just so busy with doing the work, I try to listen in, but not often as I should.
I understand. Do you think that with the different strategies that I give you, do you think you might be able to implement them a little bit at home?
Yeah, they were really helpful. Now I know what to work with when I do have time with Caleb.
So do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, why did you assess Caleb?
It's just something that I do every year towards the end of the year, just to make sure all the students are on the right track and just kind of see where they are. So I've done it with all the students.
Oh, well, that's good. I appreciate that you take the time to see where my student is. Most teachers wouldn't do that. How long should I implement each of these strategies, do you think?
Just until you see growth. When you start seeing growth with him, it's always good to, you can stop doing the strategies if you want, or you can continue doing them. That's up to you. But
And is Caleb falling behind his other classmates, or do you think he's right on track?
he's right on track. He definitely will be moving on to 4th grade next year.
Oh, good.
So there's no concerns about that. So was there did you understand everything? Anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, I think that's good information you gave me about Caleb.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today. Like I said, Caleb is awesome. And it's a great joy to have in the class. And just thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Thank you.
Bam.